forget, does this have like the required starting times? Oh yeah, for the first 5 minutes I accidentally had my noise gate on, so the audio does cut in and out during some of the black transitions. I do turn it off, like, once I get into the cave. Guess like for the first 5 minutes it's gonna be a bit wonky. I didn't realize I was doing that until I was looking at my OBS and realizing it was going in and out. It's kind of strange. Yeah, so pretty standard sword time. You can do like a couple seconds faster, but that's like really weird to do it. Yeah, so there's supposed to be music there, but like stupid noise gate. I was using direct audio from my DS and using it as a mic in. The microphone has the noise gate, and I didn't realize that. But I should fix it in like the next few minutes. I'm gonna say it again because it's just like I can hear it, and it sounds so bad. This part goes perfectly fine. I think it was on this door I turned it off. Yeah, so I don't go for the pot method. It does lose me a bit of time, but I really didn't want to do anything. I just really want to do a speedrun. Instead of doing the 3 push, I did the consistent method. It loses like 8 seconds. Because the rat can still spawn in that one location, but it stops the rat from actually like coming out and spawning. So it's still slightly faster than having the rat spawn on the left side. It's still slower than just doing a 3 pull. Oh no, it was right here is where I turn off the noise gate. Right here. Anytime now. There it goes, now it's off. Oh no, it's still on. Why did I turn it off? Jesus. Okay, now it should be off. That's a pretty decent transition. The reason why I wanted to keep the noise gate on originally was because at really low sounds, my oh, no, it's still on. Do we in the Temple of King? I do in one of these temples. But when my microphone for my DS is really low, it buzzes a ton. And you can kind of hear it, but still, like, not what I wanted. Yeah, okay, now it's off. Now audio should be fine for this run. So I think I entered this with 1.5 hearts, so I do have to go towards the middle section as soon as I hit the switch. Not a huge deal, but it's the fastest way with the help I have. Yeah, so I'm losing time because I didn't do the pot strat, and I don't think it was as clean. Most losing time was the pot strat though, and doing the really slow backup. That was a 17, like 12. I do have a hit points set up so I can die instantly though, which is the good part about this. I didn't have to go out of my way for damage, I don't think. Pretty clean movement here aside from that last roll. Don't think I actually get dizzy for quite some time too. These are gonna be a bit loud, so maybe like real ways to try and talk over them. They're gonna be really loud and there's not much I can do about them. I do enter this island like sub 10, which is pretty good considering you get really bad luck, you can't do that. That was a really old, like, goal of mine. Entering it sub 10. I used to be able to enter the island sub 9 back when you cut out the intro. It's no longer possible to do that anymore. Had I not waited there, that would have been a really good fight. I had to like... I saw that they were clumping up, and then I couldn't jump attack them. However, I delayed my spin way too long, so... kind of ruined that good spawn. I think I was barely tapping high of the text option there. I normally tap in the bottom right corner, so whenever I'm actually like tapping for a text option, I usually have to like my cursor, not cursor, stylus up to where it's supposed to be. Normally I interact with that door, but I apparently missed my dizzy by a couple of pixels. Happens. So I break even from the last split, even though there's no split there. And Fire Temple goes, I believe, as cleanly as an average Fire Temple goes. I only get 2 there, but the one's very much in range, so I easily pick them. I got a really slow angle there with my spin attack. I didn't realize you could... Well, I know you can do that to a point where even one spin doesn't even light up all the switches at one go. But I must have like started my spin like being like a double hit on one of them. This one goes pretty smoothly. interesting boomerang fight. I hadn't used the boomerang for a while, so I kind of messed up there. I usually roll. And then right here, I kind of messed up the boomerang as well, because I'm still not used to it. I somehow managed to do that first switch, which kind of confused me. But me not being experienced with the boomerang kind of shows back up. I realize I can't go too fast without being familiar with the controls, or else I'm just gonna like lose more time. This room I had to take very slowly. There is a way to this room without taking any damage, which is what I just did. However, I did pick up extra hard because that keys hit me. I was gonna pick it up anyways. But I can't actually kill that keys anymore. I accidentally killed 2 of the 3 keys in the room, and if I kill all 3, it spawns a treasure chest, and that just wastes time. This rat was giving me some trouble. Got him. I missed the first original throw, but my third throw rather, makes up for the first one. This fight goes, I believe, just as well as normal fight would go. Nothing too special this fight, just saying it speed up and go faster. It's just basically getting your boomerang throws like first try. I do miss that jump attack, but it doesn't matter as much. So I do not do enough damage to just make him split apart. This one I don't do enough damage. I reset that a bit too late, but it's okay because I do one big double spin and it's enough damage. Yeah, so pick up the heart container just for safety. I could have skipped it. In fact, I have skipped it in the past, but for the sake of just wanting to do a run, I just picked it up. Cannon Island is pretty unforgiving in terms of damage. So for general safety, I usually pick it up in my runs. I do believe I messed this up a little bit. Yeah, I don't actually have a torch. I don't get the glitchy cutscene though. But I did get past him, so it's perfectly fine. I do have to wait for these phantoms, but yeah. Not a huge time loss to get caught early like that. Purposely get dizzy on that switch. And I do make it past this phantom, kinda close. It was a rather perfect floor aside from the one, like, mistake. think this visit I messed this up ever so slightly. No, we good. Oh, I just realized how bad like the video quality is. Oh well. I just been there for fun. Reason being, if you pick up the gem while the key is like getting into you, it's really hard to actually just like throw the gem. Well, I kind of just wait for the key to come to me before I pick up the gem. Makes things a bit easier. So yeah, all in all, this temple went pretty smoothly. I don't think I saved too much time. In fact, I think I lose a bit of time. I was trying to get the heart there just to make Bomb Island a bit safer. I normally do that. It didn't come to my inventory, so good. Typically grab the heart though, so. Oh yeah, I do save time, but that's okay. So there you go. That's the first dizzy in the run, so 21 minutes took for me to get dizzy once. Once unintentionally, should I say. Alright, so Bomb Alley went pretty well. There was a couple of bad spots in it. But yeah. It went better than average, I'd say. Yeah, I kind of messed that up a bit. I go for that strat over the other variation of the hitbox skip. Mostly because that one, you only get through one loading zone. So I still think it's faster, but it's kind of hard to do. Don't get the best line here, but it's still a pretty good line for how fast I drew it. Kind of messed that one up a bit, but it's a lot of these drawings are alright. Just hard. Like I would notice while I was doing this run, I don't think I got a first try draw until like after Cyclone Slate that I actually liked. I was being relatively safe here because this bat normally trolls you. That was a good spot. Still lose time overall, just because I had to redraw sections. But it wasn't bad. This route I took is very, very good. There's a couple of rocks I didn't like, but I redrew it once and I want to redraw it again. I don't know if this like affects anything, but I was trying to make it so that my camera wasn't facing Beetle. Beetle looked like he did stop, but I was far enough away from him. mess with the wind cycles a little bit right here. Yeah, right there. You can make that jump, but I messed it up. Thankfully the wind cycle here wasn't bad to me. I think these guys got me at least once or twice. Pretty solid in like Enter Wind Temple. I had to redraw so I didn't hit my maximum time save. I never go for this boomerang throw. It just like, this boomerang throw in specific is one of the worst ones I hate. You can miss it like by a frame and it's so annoying you have to redo everything. Sometimes you have to redo your camera. In my opinion, it's not worth it to even go for. You just save like 2 frames or something minimal like that. Oh yeah, whoops. Pretty easy fight in general. I think the secret to like the whole like blowing over from that one little device is you have to make sure that you're holding far left as possible. This room goes as fast as normal. Oh yeah, do gold let split. I think I only saved 20 seconds. I had a 19-second time save there, so it wasn't a huge gold. It was just clean. It wasn't like there's any difference. Just pure clean. That right there, I had no clue what was gonna happen. I thought I was gonna get knocked off. This one I played safe. You can actually drop the key and throw the bomb from the top portion from where you get the boss key. It saves like a second or two. But I didn't really want to waste bombs. Or I really want to like try and go too fast without like... I don't know. I just didn't want to go too fast. And just like lose more time because of that. I do miss one of the heart or pots there, but it's whatever. It was a bomb drop, and I grabbed it anyways. Cyclock was pretty consistent for the most part. I do believe I messed it up a bit. Yeah, I missed the bomb there. He was just like barely out of the range. Fun fact, I always swap to Boomerang here just for this section. Those mini blends always hate me. I messed this up because I accidentally rode into the wall there, so I did have to waste an extra bomb and a couple extra seconds, but I lost a minute here in my PB, even though there's no split segments. I don't remember what happened, but I lost a whole minute. Not in this run, in my old PB. The run I'm trying to beat in this run. Thankfully there's bombs here I can pick up and hearts. So I'm not too punished, I'm just like really low on bombs. I'm down one bomb. But don't need them as much. Good luck with this round, I feel like it's a PB. Thanks, Fireplace. I missed this stupid... How do I miss a switch twice with a boomerang? Oops, I walked out of room 2. Yeah, I feel like this is gonna be a PB too, but it's a very embarrassing PB, to be frank. There was a couple of really dumb mistakes that I'm not too proud of. I just played the endgame cleanly, which is why I actually PB'd. Twice, by the way. Sometimes I just cannot get the angle for that. Am I gonna run the DS Zeldas? If I get really bored, I'll do runs. But for the most part, they just are there, just semi-speedrun. Because the issue with DS Zelda runs is like, I don't find as enjoyment in sitting for like hours on end trying to do a speedrun. Especially when my mindset's in the fact of trying to PB. And my PBs are already so high up, it's just like I don't really want to PB because they're so hard to beat. I don't have this like motivation, I don't get the satisfaction from PBing anymore. It's like a bit of a struggle, but it's kind of like I could speedrun these games again, and I can still speedrun them to a high level, due to muscle memory. I just don't want to, if that makes sense. I'd rather do like the off speed run. Yeah, if I were to get a JP Wii U or like a JP dump for the Wii U, we could potentially see that. But I'd have to get a Wii U first. That's the hard part. Oh yeah, this is the time save from Sun Key Crest. Soft mod, the Wii U illusion change. See, I want to be 100% sure I can do that if I would want to play on Wii U. Because if it's 100% I can soft mod the Wii U to buy JP titles, I'd be fine with that. But I don't want to go on my way to buy a JP Wii U that I'm never going to use except for speedruns. Oh yeah, Strider Street Swings. Bouncing the ship is faster. It's like a frame or two per bounce. I messed up this fight ever so slightly, so this is a slow fight, but it's still pretty fast, overall. Yeah. Normally I'd be by the dock, but I did the whole like route wrong. I have to go back and watch like Hourglass's PB. Hourglass does it like really well. Yes, I do lose time here. The fight was just slow in general. But a minute ahead of entering Courage Temple is pretty good. I will say my Courage Temple is probably one of the worst Courage Temples by far because I'm not used to a certain strat. And I do have to go back and watch either Ben or Let's Do It because it makes absolutely zero sense for me. And I did lose a minute to it in this run. So a bit of a spoiler alert. And I've already said the spoiler. I missed the boomerang throw there because the one guy turned the wrong way. Thankfully, they're being kind of nice. Still slow. Whoa, it's me. Whoa, it's me. Fun fact, you can blow anywhere in this room and that, like, whatever soul thing can fall down. So I just literally blew at the start of this room and he's already, like, cowering in fear. Hello, it's me. I did a speedrun. Here you go, guys. Have my speedrun. This room goes a bit slow. I take a bit too much damage from what I really want. But thankfully Courage Temple doesn't really punish you too much. There's quite a few hearts you can get, like, lingering throughout the temple. But it's just slow to grab them. But thankfully I normally do grab them, so it doesn't matter too much. Just this room was a bit slower in general. Okay, please avert your eyes for the complete rubbish that this is. Apparently you can, like, hit this switch from here, but I'm just so not used to it that it makes no sense because my camera doesn't go down far enough. So this is why I'm not happy. And because of that, I'm now confused how this whole floor works, because I use the, like, little blue shell things as guides. So I lose a minute here, just because I'm complete idiot. I don't know how this works. Yeah, take it slow. Apparently it's free. So I don't know how it's free if I can't even, like, reach my boomerang over there. That's why I've never done it in the past. I must have been a complete idiot there too. That guy got really close to me, so I took a ton of damage there. Unfortunately, I do have to drink my potion, because there's a fight coming up that can easily kill me with this health. I do actually clear this room fast enough to get the early cycle, but I do have to drink a potion, so I basically broke even. But I did take 100 damage, which is how much health I had before, so... Oh well, good luck. Thanks, Ace King. I'll need the good luck for my speedrun. These threats have come a long way. Not really. They're just like more clean strats, rather. Like, you can blow as soon as you enter that room. Oops. I thought I actually got the arrow sniper before I entered the room, but I guess I just dropped my bow. Just looking back at that. Yeah. I played this fight a little bit too safe. I missed my arrow shots. And these crabs trolled me a bit. Hit me there, which means I lose an actual hit. I did even actually hit there. Yeah, my Courage Temple and my PB, my previous PB, the one that these splits are competing against, didn't go all so well. I lost like 30 seconds to dumb like boss key stuff. But I lost so much time in that temple. I lost like at least a minute just to like dumb things. Which makes me not happy, but no. How much time would Moonjump glitch and save in Spirit Tracks? It would save more time than just Tower of Spirit shenanigans. You can skip the entire Regal Ring just trading sequence. So that by itself saves 20 minutes. But for early Tower of Spirits, Moonjump, if you could literally if you could moonjump anywhere, it would save a lot of time just because of how things are laid out. Locked doors generally don't do much aside from the fact of blocking the loading zone. But the way they have loading zones programmed is it's just the area of like where the staircase is, it's a loading zone. So like if you got on top of a staircase, even though it's like locked off, you can still go through the loading zone. So Moonjump seems to work a bit more on Spirit Tracks than Phantom Hourglass. Green Link had some issues with the Moonjump. What if we could take the boat into islands? Okay, spoilers by the way, I get the worst RNG possible here. What if you just become a bolt? RNG or drunk sailor? No, the ship can like move in random locations. And I got it to the point where the ghost ship was in the top left corner. So that's kind of the worst RNG possible. I get to get lucky here though. still faster than I've ever done. I mean, at this point for me, it's all muscle memory. It's like muscle memory and knowing like how to manipulate things. I rolled there because I thought it was spirit tracks and I thought I could fill the gaps like an idiot. I do not owe you. For this run specifically, I used a 3DS stylus. And it's the pretty much standard 3DS stylus. Typically I have like a stylus that extends just a tiny bit more. So it's a little bit like bigger than a 3DS stylus. But I've done runs with golf tees before. And those are like only a couple inches. So like the size doesn't really matter to me anymore. Like I hold the DS with my left hand, and that's what cramps my hand the most. Is I hold it and I press it against the table so I can like accurately move around. And it like puts my hand into like a really awkward position. And I hold that for like 3 hours. It's not fun. Because then what happens is I've trained myself to use my pinky on my right hand to use R, and I've also used the stylus at the same time. And my left thumb is what uses the left and right like D-pad. And that's how I play my DS. That is how I play my games. I don't use my left pointer finger for my L key because my L key is broken. I've always used pinky with R. I'm not joking. And if I ever play Spirit Tracks, it gets even weirder when you start using A to mash. I mash A with my middle finger or ring finger. So like, my right hand is like trained for claw. It never gets sore though. You should play Smash Bros? I do. You wanna know what though? I don't use... I hold a GameCube controller the normal way. I don't claw it. Clawing a GameCube controller feels so awkward because of how bulky it is. Yeah, the length is a bit much. It's 3 hours long, so I can see why people are turned off. Dude, if you want to take pee breaks, run Spirit Tracks. There's okay, yeah. The last spider got me because I was standing too close. But Spirit Tracks gives you plenty of bathroom breaks. Dude, so what? Spirit Tracks is the most chill run you can do in the Zelda franchise. What the heck is this emote? Clinky. Interesting. I wasn't even doing lag reduction strats here. Clint Stevens. You know what I got? I've got, Shinxes and, boxes. So yeah, that fight went pretty okay. It's not my fastest fight. There was like, I believe, 3 blue balls total, and then the rallies were kind of slow. So I lost overall like 40 seconds. But also have to factor in the fact that I had bad RNG, so yeah, 40 seconds and bad RNG comes out to like a minute. I didn't really save much time there. Alright, see you, Ace King. Thanks for at least like stopping by for a bit. Later, Gator. Fucking mango, dude. One thing I did find out is apparently it's faster to stay here if you have like really decent RNG. I don't think I have decent RNG though, it doesn't really matter. If anything, it's like, it's faster on average to just sail. I forget when the cutoff is to warp. Alright, I'm gonna go fill up my water bottle real quick. Boss music sounds so interested. I mean, like, kinda does. But it's still like the same, like, key boss theme throughout the entire game. So whenever you hear it, you're like, oh, it's the boss. Easy. You're hosting me playing a VOD. How's it going, dude? Dude, more speedruns, except for I'm not really playing the game. It's a VOD, yes. I predicted this host in the future. Yo, 27. World record for this game is 3 hours, 20 minutes, and 11? Please don't kill me, Hornlets. 15. Okay, I shortchanged him a couple seconds, he wouldn't mind that. So it's a fairly long game, but my PB for it is... Well, actually I can't tell you that because that would spoil the endgame time, even though it's already on Twitter. My old PB was a 322, 35? Shoot, I actually can go check. I can spoil? Oh my god. Yeah, let me just go to sell the speedruns real quick, because I haven't updated it. There we go. My PB is 322.38, and yeah. But this PB is different. You can go to my Twitter and see the final time if you absolutely want to. Or you can wait a little under than an hour. Actually, no, a little over an hour, not under. Okay, I will say this room went horrible. The way you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to throw this gem and then immediately arrow this guy. I missed my arrow and he gets off screen. When things get off screen, your arrows deload. So I actually couldn't hit him until I ran forward a bit more. I had to get that gem in place. I also have to keep this guy stunned on this corner because this corner in specific has a trapdoor in which I can kill him. However, I stunned him a bit too much, and he is now past the corner in terms of pathing. So I had to wait for him, and let's see, 6:21 is the time. So let's see how much time is wasted. I had to wait a whole whopping 15 seconds for him to walk that far. I have to kill that bottom guy though. if I don't kill the bottom guy, it just like it's not fun. These red phantoms pick up gems, so throwing them around like this is very, very risky, because if one spots it, they'll run to it, and that's where you are, so if they see you, you can't actually complete the floor. Thankfully, the top left phantom, who's walking in a circle, doesn't really affect me as much. I did it in a way that if had I been too slow and he was coming around making that loop again, I would have been in a position where I could have just waited a bit longer. But thankfully I only lose about 15 seconds on this floor compared to like the normal strat. Which is good because this section here, in specific, is one of the harder like dungeon sequences. I'm basically going from the top of the Temple of the Ocean King to the bottom of it, and normally that's not supposed to be done because you're only supposed to go down to like the 3/4 mark and grab the next map. But it is possible, there's no story locks preventing you from going to the bottom floor. So it's faster in a speedrun just to do the whole thing from start to finish. But we haven't even gotten to like the halfway point where it like changes to where the southeast section is. Here I opted for a different strat compared to what other people do, which is boomerangs. You can use boomerang to like hit all those bubbles. It's like a very tight shot, but if I use arrows, I can kill them just slightly faster. It's a bit more consistent, but it uses up arrows. My arrows here are already tight as is, so I have to pick up more arrow spawns. I'm MLG, guys. I didn't miss a single arrow. That felt really good to do in the run. Yes, Thomas, I did get a new PB. I did a run at 3 AM and I got a PB. It's a classic run for me. Last time I did that, I got a PB on Harry Potter 2 and it was like a garbage time, but you know what? Whatever. Don't worry, Hornlets, your record is safe. I was scared for a minute. Okay, Hornlets, you need to explain to me how to do the boomerang throw before hitting the bow on the Switch. I physically cannot get that at all. My camera is just not in a position where it's possible. Better I'm gonna go like watch your videos. Your Ben's. There's an invisible path to the chest? You're kidding me. Oh, would you look at that? There is. Oh yeah, I threw the gem there for some reason. I got really mad. Oddly enough, I do have to wait there and walk on the tiles. These blue tiles with like cracks on them, they're like sound tiles. Whenever you run over top of them, it alerts phantoms nearby. But if I walk on it ever so slightly, I can wait for them to be out of range so they don't actually aggro onto me. Yeah, I'm gonna be picking up a couple arrow drops here. There's one in that chest, or not chest, pot. That's always there. There's another one I was supposed to pick up, but in terms of like how my speed was, I just didn't pick it up. I normally grab like 15 arrows, but I didn't this time. It is a bit slow, but it still works. It's also fast to use the arrow here instead of the boomerang. You have to wait for the boomerang to like travel, whereas arrow you can just like go ahead and hit it right away. I do pick up more arrows and bombs later on, just because both my count is very low. But like, why did I keep throwing these at doors? So I walk over to the left there to trigger that guy's dialogue, just to make things a bit cleaner. It's not necessary. The bottom of the bottomless pits. Yeah, I tried to get the arrow spawn there. It didn't work. I didn't feel like grabbing it after I missed it once. The funny thing is we only kill one of the phantoms that way. Why did I throw that? Oh my god. With these gems, it's actually slower to throw them. Unless you're carrying multiple gems. It's roughly the same speed to hold on to the gem and just walk with it, unless you're like going up staircases. Because staircases actually decrease your speed. Guaranteed arrow drop there. So yeah, right now I can go to the bottom because there's no story locks, and the way I put those gems in allows me to get like farther down. So this would technically, in a casual playthrough, be the end of the temple, but because it's a speedrun, I'm going to the bottom first because I want the dungeon item from the northeast quadrant. This right here is a very picky strat. I'm trying to bring the warp phantom over here that has the key, and because the one phantom was stunned, this one has teleports. I use a bomb here, and the bomb basically just, no matter what happens, the phantom will drop the key. You can use an arrow on the back there to guarantee like stunning them, but there's times where you can't just stun them. So I typically do a bomb there for safety. Bomb strat is nice. Yeah, a person named Jason Gu told me about it when he ran the game. I always do that because you get invincibility frames if you're standing too close, so the phantoms actually can't slash you. But the arrow strat is definitely faster. But it's a bit more risky. I intentionally make those phantoms warp, by the way, just to set up their cycles for this switch right here. I do wait for this guy. You can go before he spawns, but it's just... I've had bad nightmares with this room. And I warp the phantoms away so that the bottom phantom doesn't actually isn't actually patrolling the bottom section. The only issue with the second time getting caught is now this Warp Phantom is by the door. So I'm not too sure if I like that. That was like on the fly. He will turn around, but I do have to like wait. So I get this cutscene too. I do stun that guy twice just so this Phantom right here, if he does aggro me like that, the Warp Phantom doesn't like come to me. It's like a couple more arrows used. I pick up way too many arrows, but I use them all, so it works out in the end. Right here, I'm luring the Warp Phantom over, but in order to do that, I do have to stun this Phantom, and then push him out of the way, and walk to a spot where the Warp Phantom can spawn. And what this does is the Warp Phantom picks up the gem. If I wanted to, I could go straight into the middle behind this Warp Phantom, and then arrow him immediately. You need to be really fast to do that. And it really doesn't save a whole lot of time, it's like a couple of seconds, and if you do get caught, you basically lose like 30. So yeah, now we're done with this section. It was slightly slow just on like one floor, but overall it was a pretty good run through. I was happy with this because this was my second run that I had ever done. Obviously, I wouldn't get like a PB in my second run ever, usually, but I was playing pretty well. And my PB's kind of garbage. I did have to grab supplies there, since I'd used so many arrows. I also wanted a bit more bombs. So thankfully I got 2 bomb drops and an arrow drop, which was basically perfect. Had I gotten 2 arrow drops and bombs, I would have been like, okay, that's fine too. I wanted at least 1 bomb drop. But those pots there can give you bomb chews, bombs, or arrows. Yeah, you can interrupt the jump animation with like a couple animations. The one I mostly use is rolling or slashing. You can also just walk off ledges and it's kind of the same effect, but it doesn't really do much. If you're like... yeah. The slashing though is much more precise, and you can get boosts off of it as well, which is why I tend to go for those, because it's basically like rolling. You get like a free distance of like a roll. And rolling's faster, so... Someone tasked this game in Spirit Tracks. Spirit Tracks is kind of already being tasked, if I remember correctly. Phantom Hourglass, I think everyone's given up. Reason being is rolling is a complete bitch in Phantom Hourglass. The only issue for Spirit Tracks is every 9 frames, a frame is dropped. No reason. News yet. TAS stands for Twisted Speedruns. Generally what they aim to be is unhuman, which means you advance the game frame by frame, putting in inputs every frame. And you can also like manipulate RNG, or the random number generator, when things are random, really. This game is 60 visual frames. It's 30 inputs, but for some reason every 9 frames an input is dropped. That's Spirit Tracks. For this game, it's 60 visual, 30 inputs. So, yeah, it's weird. Yeah, the screen updates at a frame rate of 60 frames per second, but you can only input 30 frames per second, which means you have 1 frame of inputs, 1 dead frame, 1 frame of inputs, 1 dead frame throughout the entire run. You don't notice it, because one, it's updating every 60 frames per second, but the game runs at 30 frames that you can input. This game is backwards OOT. OOT is similar. OOT, it's, okay, this pirate came so close to boarding my ship, I nearly had a heart attack. Anyways. OOT, you have 60 visual frames and 20 inputs, meaning you have 1 frame of inputs and then 2 dead frames, and then that repeats. So it's kind of like the same thing as this game. It's just like, to like, remember. It makes tasking a bit tricky, but oh well. Oh, menu is 30 visual, right. Isn't like, yeah. I was gonna say, there's something with like, menu and file select that are different, because in Majora's Mask, if you pause, your rupee counts only goes up based on your frames per second, and your file select is like faster than the normal frames per second. I remember that. So yeah, I do lose time here because I did the safe strat through the sailing section. I didn't mention it because it never was going to happen. But there's 2 sets of pirates. You can avoid the first one by taking the slower routes. But as I said, it is slower, so I do lose like 5 seconds. Nice drawing, thanks dude. My drawings were pretty good in this run. I don't think I messed up a single one. Like, I mean, every single drawing in this entire run. Cyclone slates, doors, Okay, actually, no, I messed up sailing. I don't count those. Those ones you always mess up. But Cyclone, Slates, and Doors, I didn't mess up at all. I missed the boomerang here. I got the boomerang out before entering the room, I just didn't draw. It's like not so much faster, but it's like... it's frames faster. If anything. Here I played my roles like very, very safe. It was very rare at this point that I did 3 rolls at once. I'm usually only doing 2 at this point. Doing the 4th row, like a 4th consecutive roll, causes your character to be like dizzy. So like, I was avoiding that by only doing 2. It's slower than doing 3 rolls, but I just... there's not a point like in this area where I have to do 3 rolls in a row. Like, a lot of the things you can get there in 2 rolls, because there's just so much. So many turns, so many things to avoid. These boulders in specific are completely random, so I just walk through it. I missed the hearts here. I felt really sad. So since I was still low health, I did want to get one of the hearts. Still really slow. Also, I never kill this guy, I just tank the hit like a man and run past him. I see so many people kill that Sulfos. I used to. Yeah, so I try to get a nice sword dive off that, or like sword dash, whatever. It's hard when you're coming at a slope at like a 45-degree angle and you're trying to sword slash off of it. It usually works a lot nicer if you're like perfectly perpendicular with it. Because at that point, if you're like coming at it like an angle, you're not really going off the edge, you're going onto the edge. Also, by the way, Hornlets, your record was almost safe. I fucked up, so I didn't actually beat it. I could have, though. I thought this was gonna fail, by the way. I got trolled super hard by that guy. He walked into the corner, which means I couldn't actually hit him without hitting his shield, so I just had to leave him. Most dungeons do not require any item aside from the item, like, in the dungeon. This dungeon requires bombs or the boomerang, and that's it. You can do it with only the hammer and one of those two items. You just need something to delay the switches. Oh yeah, so you can go on top of the spikes on those bridges, but the bridges aren't a solid object. They're like 3 individual pieces. So you can get stuck on them for not going perfectly straight. It's kind of dumb. Yeah, so these guys spawn the same location every time. You can either use 2 bombs or 3 arrows to get rid of that like in the corner. I used 2 bombs because I had a generous bomb count this time because I got more bombs. But now for the glitches. If anyone's here looking for glitches, this is where the game starts. It's a shame that it's the last hour that you get to experience glitches, but it's whatever. Why did I hit that stupid turtle? Poor turtle. Who's the best fairy, Navi, Tattle, or Celia? Hold on. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to pause on the frame where the hammer's on top of the wall. And what I can do there is I can move my stylus down within the paused frame, and I can put the hammer over the wall. What a glitch, guys! All that I get to do. I'd have to say best fairy has to be... I don't know. Also, I saw this from the Japanese runner that ran at whatever it's called, Japan RTA. He stood on top of the little like ledge thing and arrowed it, which means he fell down as the animation was going. I thought that was pretty cool. I need more arrows because if I do run out of arrows right here, I can't hit this switch, because no matter what, it will be off screen. We do have Japanese runners. The person who runs in Japan currently has a 3:23:50. Two, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm bad. I did whatever solution came to my mind at that point. I haven't done that puzzle in forever. Somehow I managed to get it in only 5 hammer hits. You can do it in like 3 or 4. I know 4 is what Hourglass uses, but I'm pretty sure there was a 3-hit solution. That or the 3-hit solution was the old solution for this puzzle. I can't remember. Just mashed hammer at this point, pretty much. There's a little bit of logic to it. If you stand on top of a tile, you can like lock it into place, which isn't like it's intended that it locks it into place, but I don't think developers intended it for the solution. Hammer is so OP. Hammer is ridiculously OP. The fact that I can like put my stylus anywhere and just do damage instantly is rather OP. This fight didn't go as planned. I needed to do like a couple extra jumps. I think I do like 1 or 2 extra. I did, however, focus on the head and got that out right away, which to me meant that it was a pretty good fight. But then I think I messed with this jump right here. Yeah. I didn't get as many hits as I wanted. And then I didn't have enough damage on the fronts to actually clean it up. to do one extra jump, and this guy hit me. Ridiculous. Am I running Van Hourglass again? No, this is a run I did at 3 in the morning. I only speedrun just for fun. I don't speedrun to like actually PB anymore. It just so happened the run at 3 in the morning was a PB. Yeah, if you use a bomb there, you basically grant yourself invincibility frames. Even though whenever the head tumbles, it doesn't do damage to you, it only knocks you back. And it can't actually knock you back when you're invincible, so... a little bit of an oversight, but the bomb itself is kind of tricky because if you throw it too early, you can... the entire time he's tumbling, it's a hitbox. So it's like you have to time it kind of right. Yeah, I got the Aquanine. The tempo went pretty smoothly, so I was like still ahead at this point, which was really nice. Had I not messed up Courage Tempo, I would have been around almost 2 minutes ahead, in like 1:45. But now that I know how to do that switch, I don't think I'll be losing that minute there anymore. I unfortunately only get one quick hit here. You can get two, or like three as he's charging. So this fight's already kind of screwed for me. I do, however, get really lucky on my hits. But he's still spinning, which is not good luck for me. Whenever he's spinning, you can't actually hit his eyes. So on that one side, I have an eye that's completely unhit. Had that been hit once, I would have been perfectly fine. But because it's on hits, I unfortunately have to lose 15 more seconds to do that. This one, this eye only gets hit once, and I missed that shot. So right there, I'm already losing 30 seconds. I could have been fine with a 15-second time loss, but because I missed that shot as he was charging me, there's not much I can really do but wait. Like, the fight would have been over right now, had I gotten that shot. But I think you can only hit it when it's the first two. It's really finicky how you can hit eyes as he's charging you, but oh well. I unfortunately lose 15 seconds over a below average fight. I lose 30 seconds on the fastest fight, which would be my best split, so I'm not saving any time here. I do have to go and talk to all the Gorons to advance the story. I need to advance the story to a certain point before I go to the dungeon. It's just a story-based thing. A bit unfortunate, but it has happened. How does this look on stream? I'm curious. Okay, the quality's pretty bad, but it's whatever. I only recorded it at 3K bitrate. I should have been recording at 4K because that's the max I've seen my capture card actually like record things at is like 3.5. But oh well. I don't normally do like offline runs. It's very like is it? It's very rare for me to be actually doing speedruns just because of like how I feel and like doing them. Why did I swap the hammer? But yeah. This is like a very sporadic run, like, okay, I just want to speedrun. So yeah, I could save 30 seconds here, but I'm not going to because the first fight went poorly. Yeah, so that's the shortcut to get back to the temple if you've been there before, but since we have the hammer, you can just put it over the gap and hit the switch. That's one of the main reasons why we go for the hammer first, is because you can hit switches afar from like that, as well as putting the hammer over walls if the wall is a certain condition. Let's not soft lock here, by the way. Okay, we good. Fun fact, if you were to swap from shovel to another item while digging, the game, I believe, tries to dig with the item you swap to and it crashes. Oh yeah, my bomb count is pretty low. I probably should have picked up bombs at the beginning of the dungeon, but that's whatever. That's one reason why I'm kind of hesitant in Muto's temple, or Muto's, Matao. Whatever the dungeon is for the hammer, it's M-U-T-O-H. An odd name. Because I don't know if T is silent, or the H is silent, or if they're not silent or not. Stupid name. But anyways, that's the one thing I don't like about using bombs in the mini boss for the hammer. Because if I do use bombs there, I'm down 2 bombs for this area. And having more bombs for this area is beneficial because I don't have to go pick up more. So the only way to get more bombs is by picking up the bomb drop at the start of the dungeon, and that wastes like 5 seconds. Now right here, I'm going up against personal best segment for this, from going from palm juice to the end of the boss and grabbing the crimsonine. It's very unlikely that I'll actually save time here, because if I remember correctly, I got really good luck on the ropes, and I also got like first or second try on the hammer glitch coming up. It's one of the harder hammer glitches, so yeah. This one you have to get rather quickly, because these ropes here will hit you non-stop. And I don't want to kill them all, because if I kill them all, then a chest spawns, and that just wastes time. I was supposed to kill 2 of them, and I only killed 1, so it made it harder for me. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually moving my camera farther to the right. And at the right time, I pause my game. I then roll to this corner here, and there's a switch on the other side of this gap. And if I'm in the right spot, I can barely hit it. There we go. So thankfully I got it really quickly on my first try. So I don't lose a ton of time here. Reverse shift line. I really should stop using a bomb there, just because it makes the boss fight harder. Yeah, so hammer is very good on those guys. You're normally supposed to stun them with arrows and then just wail on them. But with the hammer, you can just wail on them. You skip a step. Yeah, these snakes here were not kind to me. I kind of messed up in the fact of like how I'm supposed to draw these out. But I tried my best. These 2 snakes here in specific did not decide to move. This is gonna hit the rock because I'm bad. Yeah. But that snake still hasn't moved. So he's gonna hit too. So this is why this route in specific compared to the boss key skip routes is a bit tricky. Because you're kind of tossing away things. Yeah, you're basically tossing away like a 1-frame trick, and if you get it, it's guaranteed time save, compared to a semi-consistent trick that saves time over the boss key skip, if done perfectly. I'd still take this route over the boss key skip route, because while the boss key skip route is nice, you only have 1 shot at it. And it's like a 1-2 frame window that you have to press, and it's not nice in a 2 hours into the run. Because if you fail that, you have to go through that entire room and then another room. My bomb shoot count was ever so low there because of missing a couple of chews there and hitting objects. So right here, okay, yeah. So I was trying to get a quick hit on him, but it was kind of failing. So I just had to resort to playing it safe. A fun thing about this boss fight is if you let the chew, the animation of the chew going into the mouth, if you kill the first rope on that frame, you soft lock the game. So it's very, very good to just let Link take damage and then clean up the ropes that are beside you. How? What happens is you throw the chew out, the cutscene of whatever the Goron child is tells you you're being under attacked. You then swap back to yourself and kill the rope, and then text plays over as the bomb chew's like exploding and it just like breaks. It's stupid. Green Link has a video of it somewhere. I can probably pull it up. Dongo Rongo. Oops. Here we go. Yeah, I got a lucky bomb drop there, so I was able to do the like full 3 spins bombs combo just over and over again. Oh yeah, this is a bit embarrassing. I know all the answers to this question, but I wasn't paying attention. So the first one here is 6, the next one is 14, and the next one after this is ship. The first 3 questions are the exact same answers, only scrambled order. Right here, the answer is supposed to be 6. I know that because of the way the numbers are oriented, it could be 4 as well. Right here, the questions 5 and 6 no longer have the number 6 in the answers, and instead it's 7. So that was question number 5, and I chose 6 instead of 7. That was embarrassing. But yeah, first 3 are the same. The 4th one can be question number 4, 6, or something. And then right here on the last question, the way these numbers are oriented, and the fact that there was no on the top screen there is a like indicator that points to one location on the map. That one location has 3 rocks in it, and that is one of the answers. Because that animation didn't play, the answer changes instead of 4. That's how I know the difference between those 2 questions specifically, and that only happens in the 6th one. The 6th one can be 3, 4, or treasure chest, and I had to think about that one for a second, so I kind of got caught up there. But because I didn't see the animation, I knew it couldn't be treasure chest, and I knew it couldn't be 3, so it had to be 4. I accidentally did tap 3, and I was like, wait a second, it's not 3. I saved it and didn't have to do it again, so luckily I caught myself there, but the whole Goron questionnaire is entirely scripted. It has a pool of questions you can pick from. So yeah, I'm guaranteed to lose time on this split specifically. This is just a little spoiler. I'm not gonna be ahead. I failed the Goron questionnaire once. I try to turn my ship closer. Like, you can rotate your ship depending on where you're going. But my ship was already like up against the barrier, so I couldn't turn it. So pulling out the map there was actually slower. In fact, it's probably slower to pull out there regardless because you can't draw straight to the shore. Dumb yooks. Yeah, so this is just a basic puzzle. It's more of a logic puzzle. The good thing is, though, I don't have to read any of it. The solution is the same every single time. The top middle house has the culprit. So I just have to basically path my way to have that be the last house. In fact, I should be starting at top left, not top right. Yeah, that's probably it. It's like probably ever so slightly faster to go top left instead of top right. Oops. The Yook is gonna eat Celia though. Oh boy. Yeah, so this guy is a disguised Yook. Or disguised Anoki. Ice penguin thingy. The name is stupid. It's like Anoukoi. I spelled that wrong. Anouki. And normally with like Japanese, it's usually split off into like very small like syllables. So I know it has to be no, or no or nu, and then ki. So pronouncing names is hard. Yeah, so there's guaranteed bomb drops right there. I need them to kill the Yooks. The only way I can damage Yooks is when they inhale and you throw a bomb into them. It explodes and makes them vulnerable. You can't just hammer them because they'll just block you. No or now. So a now key. Oh yeah, the wind blowing this area is completely random. Also, that guy hit me for no reason. I thought that was pretty rude. I got pretty lucky on this guy, but I'm still losing time from the Goron questionnaire, which is unfortunate. And to be completely honest, at this point I was like, okay, yeah, this is where my run dies, whatever. I fully expected my run to just be completely dead at this point from here on out. So I just wanted to play as if it was, like, still tied or something. But I do a specific setup there to make sure these switches are activated, but I have to get past them first. Because the fun thing about these switches is they're a global state throughout the entire temple. So because those red ones were up, the red ones in this room are up as well. So there's no like... It's technically a sequence break because you're supposed to go and hit the switch in this room. But it's still like... not what you're supposed to do intended. But it's perfectly... they're working perfectly as intended. So, yeah. I got kind of lucky with these guys. The Dark-furred Yook can troll you a bit. He only hit me like twice, I think. But he can just like run around the room and just do absolutely nothing for a long period of time, and there's nothing you can do. I swapped a bow there for some stupid reason, and I could not swap the grapple hook. Even though I'm low health here, there's 4 pots here with 4 hearts, so the temple is very nice with health refills. If you die in this temple, you're either not picking up hearts and going fast, or you just got destroyed. Like, there should be no reason to die in this temple. like ever. Because those two pots on the right there have hearts as well. You could pick up more hearts if you wanted to. These two always have bombs, by the way. Another instance where I can just put the hammer over a gap. These have random items throughout them, but typically you can get like at least one heart off of them, or like one item drop. Right here I'm skipping a small key by using the hammer glitch. Because I was walking forward, my screen is up a bit higher, and what I can do is I can still see that switch on my screen. So I can put the hammer over, I miss it there because I'm dead. I have to redo the hammer glitch again. There we go. I can hit the switch over the wall, and that's all I need to do to activate the red and blue switches again. You can do it against the snake, and you can do it against the wall there. It's really personal preference. Bit too far to the right. You want to pull the tongue at least past the wall there. If you don't pull it, if you pull it any less than that, it typically is very, very close and you'll most likely not make it. Also, fun fact, I wasn't listening to the music at all during this run. I did this completely without audio. That one you can do unbuffered, and that was really clean. I was literally like chilling at 3 AM listening to my Pandora music station. Because I didn't want to listen to the music. Task Craigasm. That one, your hammer actually doesn't go over on top of the wall. It's a bit weird, but you kind of have to do it a bit unbuffered. There is a way to get the like standard hammer glitch animation, but in my opinion it's easier to do unbuffered. These have hearts and arrows always. I always pick them up. And that way I don't have to pick up arrow spot drops in Temple of Ocean King. This key in specific, it's very hard to actually like throw and roll. Just because of like the distances you're traveling, you can only get like one throw and then one roll. So I just kind of walked it. So this boss fight's pretty straightforward. You're just playing ping pong. I do think I do some lag reduction strats that I think do help a bit, but it's very minute, so yeah. Frames matter though. I don't think I did him too much, so I think I only did like once or twice. Yeah, I didn't do it there. Basically, you can just sit by this door and nothing will hit you. I didn't even do the lag reduction strats on the first phase. Okay. What are the lag reduction strats? Basically what you do is you set up your See, like it's kind of laggy right now. You set up your grapple hook so that it's looking onto the far right or left, like that. And that basically makes the animation just slightly faster because it's not laggy. Yeah, I did it twice out of the entire fight. Okay, I did it 3 times. You're supposed to do it here as well, because this title is pretty laggy as well. But, oh well. So right here is very precise damage. I threw a bomb beforehand, and what happens is the bomb explodes and doesn't add... It does enough damage, but it doesn't go over his like damage cap. And then the small hammer hits and does less damage than a big hammer. And a bomb plus a small hammer does enough damage that it doesn't go over his like damage barrier. And then if I were to do a big hammer, it technically kills him instantly. So the blue-headed, like, Leagok, actually is already dead, but the game doesn't want him to die. So, yeah, the redhead dies now, but the blue would technically be dead, but the game wanted to throw in the extra tsunami and it needs both alive. So he basically survives with like 0 HP and you just have to kill him again. It's pretty simple. Wouldn't let me skip that cutscene. A second late. Yeah, if you spin attack against like a solid object, you can just spin attack indefinitely. It works in the Spirit Tracks too, and there is like one use in it in this game on the final boss fight, but getting that setup is ridiculously hard. You could technically just spin attack him to death if you absolutely wanted to, but it's not really possible. So right here I noticed that my bomb count is low and my arrow count is good. So I just grab one bomb drop from those guaranteed bomb drops and I don't have to pick up any extras in Temple of the Ocean King. So now I basically have full arrows for Temple of the Ocean King as well as full arrows for Bellum, which is what I really wanted them for. Is there a bit of that final boss strat? No, because it's not really viable. I think even though if you do that boss strat, you can still only 3-cycle him. But even getting him, like, you have to hit him in like a specific way, and I don't know how that works. For some reason, I waited here for Jolene. Like, I see her spawning, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna wait for her. It doesn't really lose me much time. It's just like, I would have to wait for her anyways. But I get hit by her cutscene twice because I waited for her. Yo, my man Zeus. hooking me up with that Phantom Sword. Always can count on him. Single pixel, guys. Save the frames. Yes, I had to get caught by the cutscene twice there, which is slower overall. Why is JP faster in this game? Specifically for that Jolene spawn. It's completely different on the English version. She spawns in the southeastern portion of the quadrant in the English version, but for some reason the JP version she spawns right next to Zalce's Island. Here I was getting a bit lucky. There's also another reason. Whenever I do a Cyclone, like if I warp with the Cyclone Slate, the animation of being put down is no longer there for some reason. That's because the JP version is like the first version instead of like the second version, which is English. There's a lot of missing animations and sounds. You are required to fight Jolene. Once you deliver the medals to Zaus, you have to go check the mailbox, and Jolene will say she wants to fight you again. And that's what you have to do in order to advance the storyline. You actually can't just leave the island in order for Zaus to like make the sword. You have to go fight Jolene. It's a story-based fight. Yeah, you have to fight her, and in English you would save and quit normally, and then sail down to her, and then save and quit again back to Zaus's Island. The only issue with this is saving and quitting is slow, and sailing is also slow. So cutting out 2 save and quits as well as sailing is what makes this segment faster in specific. By the way, right here, I was like, holy crap, the run's so long. Yeah, Tower Spirits, Spirit Tracks was actually released second. The English version was released first, then the Japanese version. It's very strange, but the Japanese version is actually an updated version. And what they did was they made the final floor Tower Spirits optional, and it gives you a rare treasure, which is only worth 500 rupees. That's a cool, like, 3-minute floor you do for 500 rupees. You can't manipulate. But they also made a couple puzzles shorter as well as easier. They also made a couple puzzles harder. But they only made Tower Spirits was it 5 harder? And the only reason why it's harder is because you no longer have a guaranteed bomb drop. Why would they remove a section of the tower? Because the last floor of Tower of Spirits is one of the worst floors I've ever seen. You have to basically use all 4 phantoms. It's basically like your final trial. That's how I see it as. You use all 4 phantoms to complete the room, but the room itself makes it so hard. The 2 phantoms that patrol the outer portion are basically synced up, so you can't really get past them. So you have to be very crafty with how you get past them. Or you just have to wait an awful lot. The whole, like, floor is still there. They just, like, moved it and made it optional and extremely well hidden. It's behind a wall that doesn't even look like it's bombable. But you can bomb it, and it's there. And seriously, you don't see any hints on the map. It's just there behind the wall that's bombable that you don't even know about. It's like a really, really dumb thing they did. I don't even know why they chose to do it. I refuse to pick these gems up with just normal tapping. I slash them way too much. I was supposed to throw this gem more to the left there instead of the center, but oh well. So yeah, cool thing about picking up gems with the grappling hook, as soon as the grappling hook touches the gem, you can instantly cancel the grappling hook and the gem will travel back to you. So that's a pretty cool trick about the grappling hook. It also works with multiple gems. I could carry all 3 gems. In fact, I probably could carry as many gems as I wanted to in one stack. And they would all come to me and I would pick them up all instantly. Like after I throw these, I'm not picking them back up. Yeah, to throw this gem again because I didn't set it properly. Yeah. Spirit Tracks, it really didn't have a whole lot going for it. Like, the puzzles themselves are pretty cool, and it redid the repeat dungeon quite nicely. The only issue I had with it is there isn't a whole lot of meat to the train sections, and that's the only beef I have against the game. Is that there's so much train section in it that there's not a whole lot they put into it aside from bunny collection, enemy trains, monsters, and rocks. There's not much. Aside from that, the rest of the game was pretty well. Story-wise, once you hit endgame, this is also indicated, like, once you hit endgame, it unlocks way too much. Like, in a 100% speedrun, you don't really do much until you beat the last Tower of Spirits. It's kind of not well designed of a game, in terms of like how 100% progression works. Because you don't learn about Force Gems until Ocean Temple, and Force Gems are kind of needed for, like, optional side quests. So those side quests don't even unlock until you beat Ocean Temple. So you're already halfway through the game, and you haven't introduced like a key function of the game, which makes things really backtracky, if that's even a word. And to make things worse, the backtracking is so slow because you're on a train. Whereas in this game, like, there's a lot of things that it unlocks, like, immediately. The backtracking isn't as slow because you can warp wherever. Like, okay, Spirit Tracks had warping, because of the, like, the set locations of the gates. But I wouldn't call that warping because it's not like going from, say, Castletown to one of the gates immediately. You have to actually go to the gates. And that makes them completely obsolete. Yeah, if you, the moment you hit an item, you can just let go of the grapple and the animation will complete. It's like L canceling in like Melee or something, except for you're letting go of L or R instead of hitting it on those frames. It's not a tight window, you just have to make sure you are grabbing the item originally. Now you're speaking in my language. You want to see some wave dashing? There's no wave dash in this game. Only there was break slide. How did the Phantoms not see you? They have blinds on them. They can only see in front of them. You can stand behind a Phantom or like stand ever so slightly off to the left or right of them. Their radius of sight isn't that big. NA Vision. So right here, I'm opting to do from more slower strat, but it's not as slow. Target attacks on Vellum always come out as jump slashes, which is 5 more damage than a normal slash. Spin attacks are 10 more damage than a normal slash. And you can do double spins, but jump attacks come out really fast against Vellum because you're so low to the ground, so your initial jump animation. Okay, actually, 5 being half a heart. I say things without decimal values. 1 heart being 10 damage, half heart being 5 damage. My bad. But it's half a heart more than a normal slash, and then spin attack is 1 heart more than a normal slash. So the jump attacks are still doing a whole 2 hearts of damage every single time, whereas a spin attack I believe would do 2.5. If it's 3, then it's 2 times damage, because a normal slash at this point is 1.5 with the Phantom Sword. But basically my damage output is just as fast if I were to do jump attacks and spin attacks. It's a bit more safe, slightly slower, but yeah. I'm trying to not miss arrows here, by the way. If I miss more than 5 arrows, I have to rely on these monsters dropping arrows for me. So I'm playing this kind of safe, but I'm doing my shots rather quickly, so I don't miss them. Okay, so right there I was trying to hit the tentacle as soon as it went back up to the wall. Reason being is when it... Okay, I saw an arrow drop there, so I went for it. But when a tentacle is on a wall, like when it comes back to a wall, its eye will always be open. Like the one that's left here, the eye is open. If you want to follow it around, kind of see it. But basically, I'm gonna shoot an arrow as it's like initializing itself on the edge. The box is still there, so you can still hit it. It's like a free arrow, and you have to wait for it. Maybe this boss is where Grezzo got his eyeball fetish for M3D. Dude, they've had eyeball fetishes since fucking... handhelds, like, before this. They've had, like, there are so many eyeballs, like, throughout all the games. It's like, where's the guy's most weakest? Let's hit him in the eye. Like, what a dick move. Yeah, so I didn't save all the time in this boss fight, but I saved quite a fair bit. I saved like 30 seconds. And there's like 45 to save there. Right here? Please someone make this fight consistent. But holy shit. The way this fight works is you have to be on the side, and you cannot be transitioning between sides in order to hit the enemies. I think you have to hit every single eyeball 3 times before they actually disappear. But it's still, like, ridiculous. There's so many projectiles being fired at you that it's like... bleh. Yeah, I don't even know how this side works. The right side I hit each eye like 3 times. This left side I hit the eyes once. So all I have are these 2 eyes here left, which means I get a ridiculously good fight here. I hit these 2 and then the ship instantly comes to me. This is your perfect fight. Okay, not perfect because I missed 1 eye on the left side, on the right side. But please someone figure out this fight. I want a Bellum ship like that every single time. Do you know how hard that's gonna be to beat? Every single time I'm gonna go up against the split and future runs, I'm gonna lose 30 seconds consistently. So I drew my hourglass there just ever so slightly too slow. I didn't get the duplication glitch. If you draw the hourglass on the first 1/4 of a second that Celia gives you the 3/4. It's 1/4 or 3/4 of a second that you have to draw the first hourglass. If you do it in that time frame, you actually duplicate one of the spheres. It's very hard to do it very fast. Console privilege, damn dude. Yeah, it's possible to duplicate if you're underneath Celia and draw the first one in the first like 1/4 of a second. It's very hard because you have like 4 frames to draw. I've done it like 2 or 3 times in runs. Alright, so right there I did only 5 spin attacks, or 6 hits of the spin attack. And to me, I already know I can't do this fight. But right there is the instance in where I can just wail on them with spin attacks. It's like not viable though. Then I got like 6 or 7 spins in. And here we go, the last sphere. JK, I didn't do enough damage in the first 2 ones. So there goes a sub 321. And then Bellum Beck does exactly what you expect, guys. I was I couldn't even get the hourglass out in time there. And if I had gotten hit by that attack in specific does 1.5 hearts, so I couldn't get hit by it. I would have died. This does maximum 1. So now I just have to wait for him to open. And yeah, he's not looking friendly. He was not friendly one bit. Thankfully he opens eye right here. And I get the kill. Yeah, 2 spin attacks. But I just like... I'm so mad. I messed up the damage in the first like time stop, and then the second time spot I didn't want to get the spin attack cancels really. You do less damage. Every time I reach Bellum Ship, it's a guaranteed 30-second time loss. Every time I reach Bellum Beck, it's probably a minute time save. Someone get DB on this ship, crap. Yeah. Keep in mind though, I lost a minute to Courage Temple because I couldn't actually hit the switch because I had no idea how to do it. And I lost a minute to Vellum Pick. It took me 2 runs to get this PB, so I don't really see it as like a really good PB. I knew it could happen like any time. Kind of like how PBs work. And don't worry, Hornlets. If I bop you soon, it'll be sometime soon. I don't know when that'll be. This game is a bit inconsistent with how you like go through it. But to know that I did 2 runs, my first run being the one after your first practice run back to the game, Hornlets, where you got like a 330, and I got like a 220, or yeah, 228. I got like a 328.40 on my first run, like just after watching that. And then just like watching runs in general, I got inspired to do another run, and it was like 3 AM. 318 or 317. Dude, if it's possible to get JP on a English Wii U, I would honestly consider buying a Wii, even though it probably is like garbage to play. Nah, you must are working. But have a good night, Hornlets. The run's over, guys. I'm not doing another speedrun. I just wanted to broadcast this because I think some people wanted to see it, and I'd rather like give some commentary over it. Cause like I put my Spirit Tracks PB as the raw footage on the YouTube. I just feel bad looking at it every single time. Had I just put the raw footage on the YouTube of this run, I just wouldn't. I can't do that anymore. I just feel so bad doing that. Yeah, so I was checking like how much I was behind. I was ahead of Ben's run, or not Ben, yeah. I was ahead of Ben's run because I have Ben's splits. I don't have Hornets' splits. But I was behind, or ahead of him until like Courage Temple. And then from Courage Temple I just tanked. I like went down to like a minute 30 behind, but I brought it back to like a minute, so. Yeah, I'm not doing a speedrun tonight. I don't have the motivation to do 3-hour run. Even though I didn't play, I just don't... I don't have, like, the lung capacity to stream for that long anymore. I'm not used to it. Like, instead of playing, I basically commentated over this run. What was I doing? Oh, I was trying to get a screenshot to, like, give you guys a sneak peek of it. Lung capacity? You get tired really fast by talking for hours. Stop smoking? Okay. It's not easy talking for 3 hours straight, or even just like throwing in like little bits of information. Yeah, we've been apparently asleep for 10 minutes. This joke never gets old. I completed my speedrun in 10 minutes, guys. Yes, it was all a dream. The ghost ship was there, but it vanishes. They basically get onto the ship and they faint, and they technically dream it, but it might not all be a dream. I think it takes place in like an alternate reality. Clap all around. And that's the end of the video, guys. That was my speedrun. Pre-recorded.